Hello fellow Minecraft fans, and welcome back to another tutorial video. Today I'm actually going to be showing you a villager trading hall design that I created myself and built on the Comcraft server, which is a survival multiplayer server that I plan with some of my friends, and I do a series on it, so I will put a link to the playlist with the episodes in the upper right hand corner if you want to go check that out. But enough of that. Let's get into this design, and it is quite simple. It works in 1.16 and it does not require all that many materials. So this is actually a list. Everything in here in this chest, not in my inventory, is what you need for one module. You need 5 trapdoors. That is my bad. That's why we double check these things. But anyways, what you need is you'll need 3 carpets of some color. It's up to you. You'll need 2 levers. You'll need 6 just like these blocks here, and like these, you don't have to use stripped like spruce logs or spruce planks or the andesite. That's just what I chose to use, but that's the numbers of blocks you'll need. You'll need like 7 stone brick slabs. Again, those can be whatever you want as long as they're slabs. You also need, like, these could be the same type of slab. Here I just have 2 different types of slabs, so it's 3 of those slabs, 7 of those, and 1 sticky piston, 1 redstone torch, 2 redstone dust, 2 blocks of redstone, 2 powered rails, 2 normal rails, 2 shroom light, and that can be any block that is the light source. I just use shroom light because it's a new block. It could be sea lanterns, it could be redstone lamps, since it would actually power them, so that would work just fine as well. And sea lanterns, anything like that, glowstone. Then 4 stairs of some type. Like, these don't have to be stair blocks, but it just looks nice if you have the stairs. And then obviously these miscellaneous blocks, and then you'll need 5 trapdoors of some type or other. And now let me actually explain how this works. So basically, this carpet here, it just covers up the piston, and the purpose of this piston is so that you could drop the villager out of the little area should you want to just dispose of the villager, or send the villager back to like a zombie grinder, send the villager back to like a zombie curing area thing, or just do whatever you want with the villager. That's just an easy way to get the villager out without having to manually kill the villager or do something like that. And you'll notice that if you stand in here, it is impossible for a villager to get out. Zombie villagers cannot get out of there, neither can the villagers. And just as a demonstration, let's dig down here. As you can see, if you don't want the villager, you can just go whoop, bye bye, and send the villager out and down, and just to anywhere you want. And these trapdoors, I believe the villager will actually be able to probably get out if you don't have these trapdoors like this, so keep them in that position. And these back trapdoors are mostly just for decoration, sort of over the lighting. But then this lever back here actually controls the rails at the back and top of this module. So as you can see right now, if we were to take a minecart and send it down this rail, let's see. Yeah, if we put a minecart there, you'll see that it keeps going down the end. But if you flick this lever, as you can see, the rail actually switches its position, and the minecart will now go straight into the little area. And so this switch is just a toggle whether or not you want minecarts to come in this or bypass this little module here. So if you don't want anything to go in, just have a toggle like that, and it will go all the way down the line until it finds a module that does actually accept minecarts. And this design here, you can build it an indefinite length in any direction. You just want to repeat this pattern. Obviously, the 2 modules can share a middle wall, so it's pretty compact. It's not side-by-side villagers, I think. Like, you can do stuff with carpets, but this is just a design that I created myself that's quite easy to build. It doesn't need too many resources. The most probably early game hardest resources would be the powered rails and like sticky piston, depending on the swamp. And these blocks up here are optional depending on where you have this villager breeder constructed, because if we were to have a zombie villager in here, yeah, getting these guys in here without the proper system, like actually in a villager breeder, because the way I get these in here is they're already in a minecart and then they don't like leave the minecart. So I will get one in here to actually demonstrate some of the other parts, but basically this is to stop the zombie villagers from burning if this is exposed to the sky or like under glass or something. So this is optional if you're already under something. You don't need these slabs up here. But that's just to stop the zombie villagers from burning while they are traveling along the track. This redstone back here is quite simple. It's literally just a little redstone torch here that just gets toggled on or off and powers this redstone to configure the rail. So that is all quite simple. There is one thing you have to be careful of when actually getting a villager or a zombie villager in here and getting them out of a minecart, and I'm gonna actually show that now. Alright, see here we have a villager that is in this minecart. So obviously this is more likely to be a zombie villager when you actually were going to use this, but you can just put villagers directly into here, it doesn't matter. But when I built this on the Comcraft server, it was just putting the zombie villagers directly into here, and then they sat here and cured inside the module, so I didn't have to move them after that. But as you can see, this was not toggled, so he just went straight out the other side. But if we were to get another villager in, toggle this little lever here, and then send him along, he will go straight into the thing, perfectly land in there. But if you don't have this open like that, if you have it closed and you break the minecart, you'll see he will actually spawn outside of the little cell when you break the minecart. So you have to have this open when you break the minecart, and otherwise the zombie villager or the villager will just hop right out of the cell. You can see if we break it now, he stays in there and he cannot get out. And then at that point you can just make him go to a profession, and if you put in 2 zombie villagers into your system at once and they each go to different cells, and when and then you wait for them to cure up, they both turn into villagers. If you try to make one of them a certain profession, about half the time the guy right next to him will take that profession, and they won't properly line up with their job sites for whatever reason. So the way around that is you have to put one villager or zombie villager in at a time and lock them in individually so that they can't get all weird about job sites and everything. That's one of the annoying things about villagers. There's not a way around that I'm aware of. But yeah, just make sure this is open, and make sure you don't put in more than one villager at a time that doesn't have a locked-in profession. If they already have a locked-in profession, then it's better. So that's just what you need to be careful of. And so now I want to hop actually onto the Comcraft server and show you what it looks like when there's many modules and everything is in action. We have villagers installed, and it's a pretty good example of actually what it looks like once it's all built. Alright, so this is my trading hall on the Comcraft server, and as you can see, this is a lot larger, and I have a lot more villagers here. This morning I had an incident with a creeper that may have made a villager go down. There's a guy stuck underneath this in the open space, so gotta rescue him. But these are all the levers that control these pistons, and yeah, there's a villager down there somewhere. And obviously we have all of the rails and everything in place right now. The last guy that I put into the side was in this module, so you can see the redstone is active up there and the rail is configured to go into this module. But you can just disable that by flicking that lever, and then it would literally go all the way down the line to this module because it's the furthest one at the end, and it's not affected by powering. You technically don't even need the lever at the end module. But as you can see, we do have the roof above the rails because there is a glass roof over most of this. And if we didn't have that, then the zombie villagers would burn. It would be bad. I don't know why there are 2 villagers in here. I genuinely have no idea why there's 2 villagers in there. Okay, yeah. That's besides the point. But anyways, as you can see, this is a pretty simple design. It's pretty easy to build, and you don't need beds, you don't need anything like that. This is all you need per module. And so, yeah, definitely be sure to try this out on your own survival worlds. It's pretty effective. As you can see, it works and is working in action on that server. Also, go check out that survival series because it's pretty fun. I upload about once or twice a week, but we actually did hit 10 likes on the last video, which means there is a bonus episode probably coming out on either tomorrow or Sunday, most likely Sunday, so be on the lookout for that. And don't forget to subscribe and turn notifications on and hit that like button if you enjoyed this video and found it informative. But I think that's all for now, guys. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.